Ever wondered what it would be like to live in a world infested by zombies, having to fend against an ever-encroaching threat of being a zombie's happy meal? This game is sure to provide just that experience. Since this game is still in early access, this preview is intended as a first impression rather than a full-fledged review. When the game does in fact hit the shelves, I might provide this game with a proper and more in-depth review. Backstory. The Kickstarter project, started by the fun pimps to realize 7 Days to Die, started its funding on August 11th and went on for 4 days, ending on August 15th, 2013. The alpha version was available to play a day later, August 16th, for people that had pre-ordered the game in advance. Graphics. 7 Days to Die looks pretty good, most certainly when looking at the world and environments, with different lighting effects adding to the overall atmosphere of the game. Animations when using tools are decent and maybe a little stiff. The zombies on the other hand are quite well created with the use of motion capture technology, which really shows in the way they attack and die. Aside from the animations, the graphics do an excellent job of covering up the fact that this game is still, in its core, a voxel-based engine. Generally, voxel-based games have a distinct look about them, making the games easy to distinguish from non-voxel games. However, 7 Days to Die has managed to distance itself from that particular look, and as such makes the game feel unique and, most importantly, interactive. Gameplay. 7 Days to Die has both a static and non-randomized map and a fully randomized map for you to play in. Both provide a different playing experience and have their ups and downs. When it comes to gameplay, the survival aspect of 7 Days to Die itself is comparable with other survival games, with the need to gather resources, craft essential items, find food and water on a constant basis, and be very wary of any potential danger when exploring the lands. What does make 7 Days to Die stand apart, however, is its hostile environments, the constant threat of zombies, bears and dogs. Most monsters can ruin your day pretty quickly too, with bleeding you, possibly breaking your legs, or even infect you. Each night at around 10 PM, things become even more dangerous, because at night zombies are no longer restricted to simply walk and instead start running, and sometimes even faster than your mama. But seriously, it's almost imperative to find a place where you can endure the night up until 6 AM in the morning, otherwise you are mostly guaranteed to die. And as the name implies, every 7th day there's usually a big horde of monsters out for blood, which is arguably where the biggest challenge lies. When it comes to resource gathering, 7 Days to Die provides a very thorough, expansive process of items to pick up and use in a variety of ways. It's possible to create items out of anything you can find, whether it's grass, wood, clay, or even the loot dropped by slain zombies. The crafting menu is quite nice, giving you a lot of choice and control over what you want to search for, of what is possible to create from certain materials, and you can also opt to scrap most items to regain a small portion of materials. Contrary to the crafting menu, using the forge and the campfire, however, was unfortunately not really as intuitive for me. There's also a few things that play a big role in your survival endeavors, such as the wellness system and the ability to increase proficiency in the many areas such as mining tools, construction tools, and even scavenging. Wellness is a general state of health that can either deplete or increase depending on the range of which you take care to survive. If you, for instance, neglect to eat or drink, you might lower wellness from 100 to 99, reducing health and food by 1 point maximum. Dying takes a bigger toll on wellness, but it can go lower than 60 that way. Still, it's a mechanic that could either be very helpful or incredibly punishing, which mostly depends on your luck and skill. And the proficiencies do a good job of giving you a good sense of character progression, with higher levels of proficiency granting the ability to create more capable and durable tools. Overall score. The good. Diverse environments. The game features a predetermined and static world and also a procedurally generated world, giving the player room to potentially take up a nomadic style of playing with a constant exploration of the diverse environments the game has to offer. Intense combat. Since zombies are no simple pushovers and can close in on the player rather quickly, the combat 7 Days to Die provides is incredibly intense and engaging. Great variety of loot. The amount of loot is satisfactory, giving you enough choice in survival and creativity by way of building shelters and even houses. Intuitive crafting, easy to navigate menu that allows the player to quite easily create desired items, and the search function helps out tremendously to clarify what exactly is possible to craft and what is not. Leveling system provides the player with the means to continue growing in proficiency and power. The bad. No story. You get dropped in and need to survive. A bit of a story would be helpful. Steep costs of building materials. The cost of actually realizing a decent, spacious shelter is too costly and therefore too grindy and time consuming. Lacks polish. The game lacks polish because of its early access state. Closing words. 7 Days to Die is a fine game. It scratches a particular itch not touched by many other games. It has a unique feel to it, the feel of desperation, and because of that, magnifies the desire for survival. It's a dark, oftentimes spooky and generally engaging game to play, but unfortunately not without its shortcomings. Is it worth it? If you love binge watching The Walking Dead or simply have a hard-on for zombie related games, this game is something you should not miss out on. If you like a quality game, polished up to the high heavens and without any faults, I'd say pass for now and check back later in a few months to a year. Thanks for watching guys, my name is SirDutchie, and if you've enjoyed this video, please let me know by commenting, liking, sharing or even subscribing to help this channel grow. I wish you, as usual, one fantastic zombie-free day.